No, Ronnie and I were just thinking back to our youth. Now, we were thinking back, we've been mates together for a good number of years now, of course. And we were thinking back to the very early days, you know, very small. When we were really very tiny, and we used to think, you know, how we used to get together with the rest of the gang and boast about different things that we were up to, different exploits, and, you know, like how many women we had lined up and things like that. It was never girls or sweethearts, you know, none of that romantic rubbish. It was always women. 14 years old, you know, and so... And if she never turned up, you know, for a date or anything, if she let... You know, I mean, if my one didn't turn up for a date, you never let on, you know. I never said to Ronnie, she never turned up and I had to go home and read The Wizard, you know, or the... You know what I mean? You always invented a great yarn, you know, like, oh, she tore the breeks off me!
Oh. He did too.
Short trousers at that. Anyway, he used to go to dancing, Ronnie and I, you know, we had our first pint and that, first drink, real men, you know, going to dancing and all. Still the occasional blush when the girls shouted something unkind, you know, like, away, pimple face! You know? Or get lost, Bandy! Sorry about that.
It's just one leg.
Boasting again. Anyway, there's a song by Billy Hill which really takes us back to these youthful adolescent memories. Well, the other Friday night I went to jiggin' wi' my mates to a place well kent in Edinburgh too. And in case the scene got heavy, we nipped into a bevy, 3 pints, 4 vodkas and a Blue Lagoon. 'Twas 11:15 when we climbed on board the bus, arguing with the driver o'er the fare. We were shouting out and singing, and the bus was fairly minging with fish suppers we were eating up the stair. We staggered in the dancing past the bouncers in their suits, and I says, I'll see you later to the lads. Then I nipped into the bog to comb my hair and squeeze my bloops and brush the dandruff from my shoulder pads. When I joined up with Ronnie, I was feeling 10 feet tall. Nae dolly could resist my aftershave. From my usual position, leaning up against the wall, I perused the talent while the disco played. Oh, the jigging, dancing, swinging, it's a life for all young men who've got red blood in their veins instead of blue. For some folk, the dancing isn't their idea of paradise, but it's Mecca for the likes of me and you. Now Ronnie says to me, d'ye fancy splitting up these two? So casually we sauntered across the hall. But ma one says you're not on, 'cause I've heard you're on the brew, and in a wee I'm dancing wi' my ball. Well, somewhat taken down, we wandered round and round the floor to see if we could find a bit of spare. But every bird we chatted up just didn't want to know. You'd have thought that we had beasties in our hair. He did. Well, the night being halfway over and we hadn't made the grade, to sum up the evening rubbish was the word. So we had a competition, we a screw top for the prize, to the one that got off with the ugliest bird. Well, I launched onto this cracker, the most mocked one in sight. She looked as though her doctor was a vet. She had a face like a half-chewed caramel and pimples on her nose. I had legs that could kickstart a jumbo jet. dancing, swinging is the life for all young men who've got red blood in their veins instead of blue. For some folk, the dancing is their idea of paradise, but it's mecca for the likes of me and you. Well, I casually nicked my fag and stuck the doubt behind my ear, and tenderly I clutched her sweaty paw. And although her face was crabbit, I'd heard she was a rabbit, so the night may not be wasted after all. Happy adolescence. As we danced around the floor, I whispered, darling, where'd you bide? And my heart sank when she answered, Broomhouse Square. Well, I says, it's nae a lumber, but a pen pal that you need, or a mortgage for to pay a taxi fare. Well, we waited for the taxi for an hour or maybe two, for you see this lemon hadn't ta'en the hint. I was absolutely balking, it was raining, I was soaking. By the time I'd paid the taxi, I was skint. Well, we struggled in the close and I tried everything I can. I even asked her out with me again. But what can a fella do? We an expert in kung fu, and to cap it all I had to walk back then. Oh, jigging, dancing, swinging is a life for all young men who've got red blood in their veins instead of blue. For some folk, dancing is their idea of paradise, but it's mecca for the likes of